Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you're new to the page, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Let's talk about the market for a minute, and then I'm going to leave a brief inspirational at the end. Listen, there's a lot that went on. You guys know, a week before last, we had all of this data, and then we had PPI and CPI. We saw how that went. The market is resilient. It's overcoming PPI. It overcame CPI. It overcame a strong jobs market. It overcame all of that. But if you if you are a experienced trader, you can make money in the Patreon. Let me just talk about the Patreon. The Patreon will be the top link in this video. The Patreon, you got myself, Stockmo, Stocks with Josh and Keenan Grace. And even though the market is very choppy, we still make people money, and we still make money. So that's going to be the top link below. But let me continue with what's going on, right? The war situation is actually getting worse, right? And so you got the geopolitical situation that's actually starting to weigh on the market. And you know, markets generally do absorb wars actually pretty good. But when things ramp up even more, the market doesn't like that, because the market doesn't like uncertainty, right? And it's Sunday. We just pray for peace, period. Ceasefire, period. We just want peace, because at the end of the day, there's going to be innocent women and children that pay the ultimate price, right, for a small percentage of people that are making the rules, okay? And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Let's not go political with it. We just want to talk about our money, and that's as it pertains to the stock market, right? So now we got earnings. We got big banks that started, right? And they will continue this coming week. Big banks will be reporting. And then we have the regional banks that will be reporting. Now, the regional banks could be choppy, so I want you guys to watch out for the regional banks, okay? Remember what happened. Let me open this up a little bit. Remember what happened a while ago with these regional banks, how they proved themselves to be, they couldn't pass a stress test, and how it was just a house of cards, a wet house of cards. And they all just came tumbling down. Well, we got to see. I don't know. I don't know what bank is strong, what bank is weak, but I will be looking into these banks. And if I find anything, you guys will be the first to know. Remember before Silicon Valley Bank, how literally it had to be rescued by the big banks. JP Morgan, Chase, and all of these banks came together and raised billions of dollars in a day to save them. But nobody's coming to save us. But anyway, we're not going to get on to that. So I want you guys to keep your eyes out on that. If these big banks show themselves to be weak yet again, after all of the things that we went through with these big banks, them not passing the stress test and all of this, and they still are showing themselves to be weak, that's not going to be good for this economy, and it's not going to be good for the stock market. That could literally send the stock market falling if these big banks deemed or they are not profitable, or they really fall off. Now, some analysts say that we have been in an earnings recession. And they were also saying that we should be at the end of an earnings recession, and earnings should be going up. And yes, we could end this year higher and in the overall market. This happens 70% of the time, so not 100%. So remember, I said that, good people. This is not 100%, but 70% of the time. Even with the geopolitical situation going on, the market still could end up higher than where we are. The S&P could still get to 47, 4,800. I don't think we're going to get to 5. I think 47 is where we're going to where we could go. Okay, but if we go to 5, then so be it. So I am constantly adding to my VOO. Someone always asks me, hey, are you adding this week? It never stops. I keep adding. And what I did was, when things went down and the S&P got down to the $4,200 range, which was, there was a key level of support somewhere around the 4,200 range. And so I loaded up there. I started to buy more VOO, which is the S&P 500. Okay. And so I want you guys to be on the lookout, because if the geopolitical situation gets worse and we start getting deeper involved, you know, we got 2 wars going on. And I mean, the world has 2 wars going on, and we are sending money and weaponry to both wars. Okay. And I don't care what the leader of this country says. Yeah, this is America. We can handle this. I don't care what he says. If you're already bankrupt, if you already can't pay your bills, then you have to limit your spend rate. And we're just spending more, which is putting us deeper in the hole. I wish I had better news for you guys, but it is what it is, right? The further up the market goes, I just want to warn you guys, the further up the market goes, and then you have the debt ceiling that they have kicked the can down the road, and now it's going to end again in November, right? The higher this market goes, if they keep propping things up with sketchy numbers, especially with the jobs, then the farther we have to fall. And these are just the facts, right? But here at Stock Up, we are not going to be worried about that. We're going to be prepared. So that's why anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, to sell. Myself, what do? I trade the market that I'm in. I go in on short plays and I come back out. Now, I have some swing plays that I am into based on if this market could bounce back. And yes, someone asked, hey, are you still buying ARK, ARKK? Yes, I am. I still buy them on the reddest days. I still buy ARK because I believe that small cap will be the first to rebound after things are over and the worst is over and things start looking up. I think ARK is going to be one that's going to go up. And if not, if it doesn't go up now, I'm going to continue to put money into the ETF, ARKK. You guys could say Kathy Woods is crazy. I say she's not crazy. I say she's brilliant. She's just early. And I believe that as AI take off, I believe that ARKK is going to take off. Now, I'm not telling you to buy it. You do your own due diligence. So you can't come back in a week and say, well, Larry said buy. I'm not saying buy. I'm buying. I put my money where my mouth is. And I will continue to repeat what one of the best investors in the stock market said, and that's Warren Buffett. The stock market is a tool used to transfer money from the impatient to the patient. And so with the short-term plays, I go in, I grab my money, and I just cash up, right? But with the longer-term plays, on red days, I buy more, and I'm being patient because I am in these long-term plays for a minimum, myself, of 10 years. A minimum of 10 years. And for your longer-term plays, you should be a minimum 3, 5, 7, 10 years. And I would say 7 to 10 years because I dare you to go just to the S&P 500, right? Just pull up the S&P 500 and look at any 10-year period and you're going to see upward movement, right? So it takes all of the guesswork out, right? So listen, I just going to briefly tell you guys that I am in a parking lot. My dear brother, he's not my blood brother, but he is one of my best friends. And I could count my best friends on 4 fingers, let alone one hand. And his wife, June, so my brother, Tony McLean, and we've been just tight friends for so many years. I talk to him all of the time. his dear his dear wife, June McLean. God called her home, and we're here to support him. We're here at this big church, so there's going to be well over 1,000 people here. Already half of that is already here. My word of encouragement today, my inspirational today, so forgive me if I'm a little scattered. My word of inspiration today is that love is a verb. Love is an action word. Don't be quick to tell people you love them until it costs you. What I mean by that, if you tell people that you love them, then they should be able to call you in a time of need and you show up. And if you can't show up, and if you don't and won't show up, then don't use the love term, because love is a verb. So be careful of the people that tell you that they love you. If they love you, then love is a verb. If they love you, they won't let other people talk about you behind your back. See, love is a verb. Love is something that stands strong when you're seen and when you're not seen. And that's why I keep my friends tight, and it's a small community. My friends can call me 3 o'clock in the morning like my brother did early in the morning, and I could say, where you at? I'm on my way. And those are the friends that I keep near and dear. A friend sticketh closer than a brother. You don't choose your brothers and your sisters, but your friends you do. So let's get these relationships tighter and stronger. And if you are a friend, and if you say you love someone, then there may come a day where you have to prove it, or they have to prove it to you. So be careful of people saying that they love you, and then they're talking about you behind your back, or they only call you when they need something. One of the reasons why I have a small community of friends is I don't look to my friends for what I could get from them. I look to my friends of what I could add to their lives or what I could do for them. And so because of that, I know that's my nature. Everybody can't be my friend, because I am fully invested in my friends being successful and my friends' children being successful. So that's my inspiration for today. Find somebody that truly values you, and then let that person tell them they love you, or you love that person. All right? A friend should be someone that celebrates you and not tolerates you, okay? And some of these people, especially for some of you that are younger, and especially for some of you young ladies, some of you young ladies out there know good and well you're with, and I don't know why I'm talking about the young lady today, because somebody is hearing me, that you know good and well that some of your friends that are telling you they love you, some of your girlfriends, and some nappy-headed dude, like my grandfather would say, is telling you he loves you, but he's not adding to you, he's taking away from you. Then you need to get away from him, because the person that loves you is waiting for that person to be out of the way. Know your worth, right? Everyone on this earth, everyone on the face of this earth deserves to be loved, right? I'm gonna leave it right there before I get too deep. I may be a little emotional, but it is one of these things where it's difficult. You guys pray for me. One of the things that kind of bites about getting older is you start losing a lot of loved ones, right? But it's a part of life. I love each and every one of you guys. I want you to know, you, and you. I want you to know that you are not just a number to me. You are a living, breathing being and a human. And I love and appreciate every one of you. I pray over you. I pray for your finances. I pray peace over you and your family. I pray prosperity. I pray that you get into the right trades. I pray that you have an abundance at the end of the day, okay? And I want you to pray that over your friends in this family, and pray for me too, all right? We love you guys. Come join me over in the Patreon. I'll be back in the Patreon this week. maybe Tuesday. Of course, Monday, tomorrow, I'll be at the burial. But come join Stock Mo, Keenan Grace, Stocks with Josh, and myself as we help the family make more money. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you check out the links below.